Good evening, guys. It's December 20th, 2021. Today is a Monday, and it's a holiday period, right? So I'm not trading, by the way, right? As I already told you yesterday that I am off officially for the trading purpose till January 4th, but I will continue to publish notes, till 22nd, and then 27 to 30th, and then January 3rd onwards, and then during day trading, I'm just doing my own other stuff, taking a break from the trading. But in pre-market voice in Discord, I'm available till 10:30, so, and then I'll do sim trading, while I'm watching, helping other subscribers in the Discord, other members, so I'm doing sim trading while I'm helping them, just to kill my time, till 10:30, and then I'm just doing my other stuff, but no official trading for me. So that is clear now. So let's talk about today. So today it's all about, so what the first thing was, indexes, right? So ES was down 100 points roughly in the overnight, right? So whenever that happens, right, so you have to by default assume that the most of the reward, for trading is gone for day traders, so whatever is there now is left over, right? Because obviously after 100 points down, you're not gonna short as a day trader at the low end, right? But with 100 point down, the idea is to stick with shorts, pretty much simple, so we have to wait for a pullback and then short, right? But then we can't hope for a moon, or like a trend down day, because 100 point is already done, right? So only very few days, where price also go another 100 point down or up, right? From the overnight, let's say overnight was 100 point down, so in RTH also it goes another 100 point down. But those are the rare days, but we can't assume every day those kind of scenarios, right? So whenever the price moves too much in the overnight up or down, we have to be careful, going with the same direction and holding for more gains. We just have to get a few points out in the same direction and then out, so that is the thing, so already it went 100 point down, right? So, and it reached the good support, bold supports. Those were the bold supports, 34 and 24 area, so it just got stopped there. That became a Globex low. Now we know we need to favor sellers today, and last night in Discord I typed this level and said, hey, if ES is below this, sellers are there. So that was the truth, so sellers were there eventually, and then price went to this area. But below this we have to favor sellers, so that is the story about ES, right? And then so let's talk about ES first. Okay, let me cover NQ also. So NQ is pretty straightforward. Below this level sellers are there, and then NQ went down to 550 or 502, right? So sellers were there. Overall this is a range bound in NQ. Overnight low is this area pretty much held today, and then this area provided a morning short from here in NQ, and then and then there was a rotation around 550, so Russell was the key one today, so remember NQ 650, 660, ES 4613 below sellers, NQ below this sellers, Russell was the good one. In Discord I talked about it. If Russell gets to this area, see, this is my running statement, this one, yeah, this was the statement from the last few days, this statement, that seller wanted to take Russell to this level, at the end eventually, and today was the day, price came to 2102 or 01. This was the do or die area for Russell. So in Discord I said, if Russell goes to here, and if you see something, you can trade Russell to go to the long side and forget other indexes at that point, just trade Russell at that point. And Russell bounced 40 points from here, so basically Russell started the move from here to the downside, went here, and then at the end closing it came back here. That is what the Russell was the base instrument to trade today. Dow short, right? So we have to stick with shorts, and if you took a shorts, few points and out. Gold did not go above 95.98, so no trading in gold. Crude stick with sellers today, and in the pre-market it started the move from here. It went all the way down to maybe I think this area, and then it reversed back up, and now somewhere it is trading in this area. So crude is garbage now, so that's how the pre-market was today, right? So now let's go to here. So funny thing was today, so my short was right at here, 53.75, so 55 basically, this area I was planning to short. So I shorted it right here when NQ got to 650. Remember 650, 660 is the important area, right? So I was observing in the pre-market. I was with members, and when I was talking, we were observing. I said, I'm not ready yet, not ready for the sim trading, or price is chopping around here, but observe 650 and 610. 610 was a dream number here, somewhere around in this area, So we were observing it, and then I gave them a scenario. If price goes to 650 and price comes down to below 610, you can short, So I took the short, just considering my stop loss placement. If I short at below 610, I have to put stop above 650, right? So I took a chance here, and in this call also I was talking. If sellers, aggressive sellers, have to keep control today, then they have to hold it below this area. And yes, 55, or 53, 50, 50, 55 actually, that was the area I gave. So I shorted right here, and when NQ got here, I shorted both of them together, and then I said, what, ES will come, or it may come to 45.20 at least once. That is what I said in Discord. So I put my target initially to 4500, as I said in Discord, but then I also said, what, I will move it to 45.20, and NQ I was targeting 450, it's 200 points, and ES I was targeting 20, So, but the way price was coming down, it was stepping down, but there was a lot of hesitation, the way it was coming down. At one point when it came down here, and then bounced back up, when I shorted it, it came all the way up to here, right? And then it was not supposed to bounce from here. So at that time when it bounced, I said in Discord, it's a fake buying going on. And if that is the truth, if that is the true story, then it will come down and take out this area. And then in the live environment, I gave 47, 48 as a boundary line for sellers for today. So, and I also said as long as it is holding below 47, 49, sellers have a control for today. So eventually that thing proven right, it got proven right, and these fake buyers were really indeed fake. Price couldn't go above 47, and it came down and broke this low, right? But then it bounced again, right? So this was a wrong, means that is telling you that, hey, something is off, buyers are buying it, So, but still I held it, as I said, 45.20. The moment it touched 45.20, I was out ES, right? And at the same time, since I started both the trade at the same time, short, I also took an exit, same time, So NQ 495, that was my exit. And fortunately, look at this damn thing, my entry was high of the day pretty much, right? Because this high came at the closing time, right? So I wouldn't consider this high, I would consider this were the highs, right? So my entry was high of the day, and fortunately look at this damn thing, I didn't see that this will become a low, but look at this, my exit was right at the bottom, so day high entry, day low exit, and then there is no point trading later on, right? So why not? Because if you are able to get the shorts out of here, right? So there was another short here, that was we discussed also, before even it happened. So when price was chopping around here, I said if price goes below 10 to 15 points below this area, then this area, it will provide you a short opportunity. So that 31, 32 or 35, whatever this area is, this was a short opportunity, Now it is a different story that it reverts back from this another bold area, but 34 to 20, it's a good 14 points, or 12 points that you can grab it, So Those were the only two entries. Later on, after the bounce from here like this, so I was not watching this price action. Once I was out, 10:30 was my hard line, so after 10:30 I said I'm going to do my own stuff, other stuff, no trading. But if you're watching it, this one, after this almost the day is screwed up, because then it's either it's going to be ping pong, little bit higher, come down, it's going to be messy ride, either side. Because if this thing wants to go down with this internals, price has the opportunity to go down and tank, right, with liquidation internals here. See, internals were liquidation kind. This thing should not have happened, but it happened because of Russell. I said 2077 to 2100 is a key area, and this market moved up because of Russell, nothing else. So if Russell continues to go higher, this thing is not going to come down. So you want Russells to come down, tomorrow or day after. But anyway, so after these things, you want to assume that, hey, price wants to ping pong. Once you see this, ideally it should have gone down. But if not, despite this strong liquidation internal, something is off, and then momentum was switching here, right, to the upside. After this point onwards, you can't go long, because below 47, sellers 949, sellers has a control, right? So this area, this is the area I gave in this call, right? So below that you can't go long considering this internals, so there is no trading here. Then it slight poke above it, but like immediately came down, right? And then as usual we went and made all this thing, all those buyers came in and then again try to take out, so this is a mess. You do not want to go long here. Then you see this up thrust again here, right? But then it is close to this high, so you don't want to go long here. There is no breakout here, and then again it fall down, right? So there is no trade, and then again it try to go higher, right? So this is 4 p.m. now. What else? If you cannot get the trade out of entire day, it's not gonna do any good to you if you try to go long here, and then try to grab this. This is useless. If you are good enough, you should be able to catch this trades. Later on, there is no point taking these trades, right? Same thing goes for NQ. All this chop is a messy, so you don't want to try it. So that be all for today, and then rest I will put in the closing remark. Have a good day, guys.